out there in Radio Land. Thank you all for joining us. We are getting started here in just a minute. This is the 2025 HF NWL Round 5. Today we have the 63E versus the TRRB. This season's first place team versus its fifth, trying to determine the final seed rankings. Thank you all for joining us this evening on this late shift. Thank you for sticking with us, taking a break from playing Battlefield 6 or playing any other game. Let's see if we can stick it through to the end here together and determine who wins. I'm joined this evening by KC from the 44th. KC, how are you today?
Doing lovely. We're here finally after starting about 20 minutes late, but we're here. It's gonna be a good one, like you said, and yeah, we'll have to see how this one goes. I'm thinking this should be a 63 win, but you never know what happens. You never know what happens.
There have definitely been upsets before, but I agree. 63 is definitely the favorite. I'm predicting 5-2 though. They definitely could take it more heavily than that, but I think the TRB is going to put up a good fight, and it'll get at least 2 rounds on it. What do you think?
I think so. I'm gonna go with a 5-2 to 63. I think the TRB, like you said, they'll get 2 rounds in there, and we'll have to see. I think the TRB will want to rely on their shooting. I think melee will not be something they'll be looking for. They do have some good melee players with Rave, Wooster, but I think just the sheer numbers of the 63, I think it's going to be a real tough melee night for the TRB.
Yeah, I definitely agree. 63 brings good shooting, but they are known as one of the best melee regiments out here. TRB are no slouch though either. They have been on a winning streak the past few games, so they show that they have what it takes to win some rounds. Just reviewing the past round history, the TRRB started off this season losing quite poorly to the 45E. They lost 2-5. They lost less badly the next time around to the 7 Foos, around a 3 or 4. But from there, they quickly turned it around against the first RR with a win 7-0. Not even the 63 has a 7-0 win under their belt, so that is definitely something to be proud of if you're the TRRB. Their last match, they beat the KRA 5-2. The KRA are pretty good, so I think that's a good thing to have on your record as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, every round will count. Even the wins just give you confidence, and that's a big thing, right? Especially for those line leaders in there, them knowing and having confidence in their decisions and what they're doing plays a big part versus a line leader that has no confidence in themselves. It
Absolutely.
makes it a lot harder when your back is up the wall, and if you can't believe in yourself, it can make it real hard for your line to function.
I definitely agree, and being on a bit of a streak definitely carries some momentum, hopefully, into this battle for them. The 63, on the other hand, started the season off strong with a win over the 7 Foos 5-2. The only loss for the 7 Foos so far this season, but the first of many wins for the 63. However, their next round... Sorry, go ahead.
I hate to cut you off here, but the TRB have confirmed 9 right now with a potential 10th. So we might be, for the first time, seeing a 10v9 to start off.
That would not look good for the TRRB going into this. I know there were some delays that were requested by the TRRB. Originally, we were supposed to start quite a bit earlier. However, it seems like it might be an attendance-related request to push back and now to start down fewer. The 63, I believe you mentioned earlier, was proposing to have 19 available. Is that right?
Yep. I mean, it's going to be very unfortunate for a lot of those 63 players who not playing, but I imagine if they can secure a win, then, and they don't need to worry about rounds, then they might look to definitely tag some of those other guys in, rotate their team a bit, get everyone playing. I remember talking to Jacob a couple of weeks ago. He prefers these bigger matchups because, as he said, they have a lot of people coming to their trains, and he wants to get as many of the people that are involved in their trainings to play as possible.
The admin asks, who is My Little Pony? I'm afraid to know. Back to the
I'm-
63E record, though. So after beating the 7 Foos, they did suffer a loss, 4-3 to the 45E, who has been another top contender for the first seed so far this season. They then had a 6-1 win over the 26th, which, if I'm being completely honest, I would have thought a 7-0, but good on the 26th for getting around in there. And then, finally, just last week, they beat the 2 BIR in a very good match, 5-2.
I was asking if Star Blazer, if they want Star Blazer film.
Was the
It
63
definitely seems like
donating a
it's
player?
breaking the. It definitely seems like it'd be breaking the rules a bit, but I don't know if Vaz taking the piss.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know that I've seen
But
donating a
I
player
don't
before.
know how that would work, if I'm being honest, but
That would be unusual. I think it would be interesting. This is the last round of the group stage before we head into the finals, and I don't think I think Star Blazer is good enough that he wouldn't intentionally sabotage or anything like that. He's a
I'd
pretty
certainly
professional
hope
player.
not. That'd be a bit of a tough late move to just tag him in and then get him out, but
Yeah, absolutely.
it's an inside job.
The 63 one was an inside job, absolutely.
Well, we've got 4 minutes to see if the TRB can pull a 10th. Otherwise, we will be starting with.
Take a look here at the
9.
roster.
They only have
We have Wooster on the TRRB, as well as Jacob, Beast Gamer, Hex, Enderpuff, Rave, Goat Milk, Lintz, and Russian Grumbler. 63 has a slew of people who will make the final cut. We do not know, but in there right now we have Ethan, Equal, Anime, Chris, Va, Senestar, Zoft, Serb, not Curb, Serb, Chipped Brain, Gave Up, Not a Cool Guy, Gunner, Fires, Jacob T, Mappen, and Jay. We'll see who makes the cut.
Yep, and we still have as well for the TRB, Rufus is in there, just not spawned in at the moment. So Rufus is in the TRB squad as well, but that still only gives them 9 right now. Oh, and there we
Oh,
go, they
you're-
have 10, so we will play 10 aside.
Excellent. Who was the last person who joined?
I don't know. Based on all the power invested in me or we play match with you, Phil.
Yeah, KC, get in there.
There we go, there we go. I'm
Excellent.
gonna be a field commentator this time.
Did you spawn in?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm really tempted to, but
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
there we go.
So yes, as we mentioned, this is the final round of the group stage. This is round 5. These 5 rounds, obviously every team has not played every other team, but it does get us a flavor of how the rankings stack up. It will place each member, or each regiment, in a bracket with their seed. The 63 is hoping to win this in order to get the first seed and thus the best slot in the bracket. If they lose,
did
however,
look,
the
it
7
will-
Foos will take the first seed.
Yep. And it will put them up against the 26. 26 are confirmed locked in at 8th. So, winner, if it's 63 win, they get a match against the 26. If they lose, it will be the 7 Foos to face the 60, or not the 63, the 26.
I know the 7 Foos are itching to face the 26th as competitor Prussian regiments. The
Who is
63,
number
however,
one
has
Prussian
already...
branch?
Yeah, who is the number one? Who can tell? Voted by who? Don't ask.
Don't ask, don't tell.
63 have already beaten the 26th so far this year, so I'm sure they are just as eager to face them in the bracket and hopefully secure an easy win. But anything can happen in the HF and WLs.
Yep, I mean, just scheduling could be a big part. You see right now for the TRB, they're down Chrome, one of their main players. I think even one of their line leaders, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right.
So that's going to be a big loss for them tonight. So we'll have to see who picks up the line leading spot. You're going to have Booster lead still. And, and off we go.
Here we are
We'll
embarking
find
on
out
the
in just a
first round.
moment.
No doubt both teams have studied the VODs and these maps quite considerably heading into this last match here. They should not be a surprise to any of us, considering this is the last match that will be played. However, it might be new to some folks, so we'll take a look. There are some very cool maps in this last round. We're starting off with Razzle Roads, another wheat and road-filled map. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, this map's very interesting. You got a lot of hills on it with those wheat fields, once again, giving some very high cover. So, a lot of maneuverability on this map
Yeah,
to get in good positions. You got some debris as well, some wagging carts that you can use, some barrels, more cover as well around the map. So, it
definitely
should be
lots of
very
steep
interesting to
hills
see
and
how both
divots.
these sides use. Yep. Doofus has crashed. That's unfortunate.
Let's see who we have in each of our lines. Starting with the TRRB. In Wooster's line, we have Jacob, Hook, Hex, and Beast Gamer. In Rave's line, we have Enderpuff, Radioactive, Goat Milk, and Lince. And I assume Doofus as well will be joining that line.
We also have a question. Not saying who, but we will have to see as I look at the unspawn. There's 14 unspawned people. Jesus Christ. The ghost in goes crazy.
Wow. On the 63E side, in Jacob T's line, we have Va, Ethan, Mappen, and Jay. In Fires' line, we have Zoft, Gave Up, Serb, and Equal. It is auto live. It looks like they are probably going to rotate the map. Yep, there we go. Make sure people are in. And with impending bedtimes everywhere, I hope this is not how all the rounds go, where we have to restart and burn a little bit of extra time.
We're here all night, here all night.
Here all night. Day 23. Give it up for day 23.
Theory is generous at this rate.
Let's get a bird's eye view. I did watch the match both last night and the previous. Lots of passive play, especially in these high stakes rounds. There's a lot of cover, a lot of places to hide, but these wheat fields do give good opportunities for sneaking up on your enemies, and they were used to great effect in previous rounds.
Yeah, once again, like we said, there's a lot of divots here, a lot of high hills, so along with the wheat fields, you're going to be able to move fairly comfortably. So getting good positions here and being able to move around will be very important, and knowing where those lines are. The last thing you need to worry about is that line ends up poking out of the wheat field directly across from you, and you don't even know where they are.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, absolutely. These wheat fields offer unique opportunities that are not present on most maps. And the first round is live. Let's follow the 63E as the possible first seed and the number one right now as they make their deployment. As is typical, the 63 so far are keeping their lines pretty close together. They typically only spread out once they find a good position. One will go somewhere and in a good spot, and the other one will move to support them.
Yep, seems like we're getting both lines headed straight as central as they both can. TRB a little using these hill crests to try and maneuver. They know the 6-3 are going to like to take shots, so they don't want to go too direct. They're actually going to hold back here. Decently far out still. Not too bad in relation to the center of the map.
Yep, as predicted, the 63 picks two positions where they can support each other quite well. They do occupy a wheat field, which will be excellent soft cover, hoping to keep the TRRB from seeing their movements. TRRB are moving similarly though. They are also close together with their little sergeants keeping an extra eye out. But also right next to each other, waiting for the other team to make a move. I predict we're going to sit here for a little bit. What about you?
I think we're going to be here a little more than a little bit, but you never know. Rave's line has got this wheat field in front of him, once again, giving a little bit more soft cover for them to move around and potentially look up and down. Rave's just trying to get a pick for where they are. I think he spotted one of the 6-3 lines, but not both of them. So that'll be really interesting. And as he pushes up, he's going to push up this next hill.
I was just about to say, they
And if-
definitely have the cover to move up. They might not even be seen.
So I'm going to shuffle back down here, it seems, while he stays up there. Very interesting. What would they be
The other
planning?
TRRB line is sneaking around the right side. Not sure if they've been spotted or not, but they'll have a good flank if the main 63E force in that wheat field decides to pop out and give our boys by the cart a little trouble.
Rave just out in the open. Not a care in the world there, but maybe he's trying, like you said. They might not know where that other line is yet, and if he's going to bait the attention towards him and give that attention to him and let Wooster be free, might work. Seems both lines are probably in center. TRB a little bit more so, but not where it should be anything significant.
Yeah, you're right. They're both about equidistant from the wall as it curves in.
Yeah, the wall's gonna push Wooster's line in to the east, definitely.
Of the two regiments, though, I think the TRRB is better situated for when the wall comes. The movement that their exposed line has to make is actually still in cover to get to where they are safe from the wall, whereas the 63 can only advance. They still have plenty of time, though, as that wall comes in. They're probably not going to get pushed until the second ring shrinkage.
Yeah, definitely. As you said, they got a nice hill line that they can go across, which they're actually going to do now.
Yeah, Booster's just going to move over to the left. He's got plenty of space.
We have a fun fact from Amit. No force schedules were requested in the group stage, a first in over 3 seasons. There we go.
As the 63E slinks along their hill, you don't mind enlightening the audience as to what a force schedule is?
Yeah, force schedule is when, one regiment's either being stingy or times can't be agreed upon, and you just got to go to the moderators and, tell them what it is. It's like, look, we're trying to do this. The other reg is not cooperating. Here's what we got. Can we make this happen?
63 ran back and looks like they kissed the wall just for fun, and are redeploying behind their lines.
Yeah. I think that's a brave tact from them, trying to intimidate the wall. We've seen the
brave.
wall claim a few lives this season, including Va when he got kicked into it. That was a very good match, that one. That was a very good clip.
TRRB are making some...
Don't intimidate the wall.
Well. TRRB are advancing and actually pushing the 63E back.
They have a really good position here now, the TRRB. 63 are kind of in this little divot here.
The 63 spots are good, but they are definitely closer to the wall, so the next shrinkage is going to make them move.
Yeah, Jacob's got a good position here, but I don't think he can close that gap, really, which is the problem. Unless he goes very, very far to the east.
I think any minute now we're going to see a volley. They're going to start to feel the pressure a little bit as the wall gets closer.
You saw there, Jacob was thinking about it. Him and Wooster kind of just teasing each other a little.
There's some movement. Are they going to get a volley off? Yep, both sides of the volley. 63 striking first, taking out Enderpuff. And a late volley from the other TRRB line. No kills.
It's not what you wanted to see there from the TRRB. 63 are going to just rotate around to keep in the circle now and stay out of pressure.
Yeah, I think the TRRB mistimed their volleys there. They actually let the 63E get the first shots off.
Well, we're going to see shots here from Jacob's line. No kills.
Both lines have their volleys.
Does have shots, though. Another wheat field we go.
That wheat field's making a little dangerous. They don't know quite what to do.
Myers commits to it. That is not
decimated
good
that
for the
line.
TRRB there.
Here
What
they
can
come with their
Rufus do
return
here,
volleys.
though? No kills in
No
the
luck.
return volley.
Tough luck.
Pick 1. Zoft is a good pick, though. I didn't think it's a bit late for that, but
It
not
is
a
not.
bad pick. Rooster's going to go for melee.
It is not unrecoverable, but not looking good.
Yep. And we still got...
And a pretty easy melee finish there. A good first win for the 63E. They showed some very nice shooting, some good timing and line coordination, and of course a good melee finish. TRRB had some missteps in their action. Not quite able to get the shooting kills they needed, taking some shots when they really didn't have a good opportunity. Melee was decent though, but they just couldn't handle the essentially a 2v1.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, that first volley from the 623, very well done to get that pick, and they just had all the space in the world to rotate around those hills and keep the TRB at a distance still, and force them to make the first move, which is very important.
And here we are now, 1-0, 63E. Amit sent me a fun fact sheet of the standings so far. So of the regiments that were involved in our HFNWL this year, 2 have been already eliminated. That is the 1RR and the 44th DL. Still in the standings though is the KRA, TRR, TRRB, 2BAR, 45E, 7 Foos, and 63. 26th bring up the locked in 8th seed. The rest are still in play pending this match.
Every round in this will count. And we'll just have to see what happens. One round means nothing. We'll have to see what the TRB can do this round, right? They'll be a bit more familiar with the map, so we'll see if that helps.
So far, we are still definitely on track for our predictions of 5-2, 63, but chat, get your predictions in there too. Only one round under the belt. Please, it only eliminates one possible score combination, so still plenty of time to get your predictions in.
Yep. The nice thing is with the, I think, holiday week that we had off this season, there will be no break for the bye rounds. We'll go straight into the knockouts or playoffs, whatever you want to call it, next week, I believe. I'm sure Emmett will correct me if I am wrong. But we keep this going next week, right into it, which I'm really happy about, because I feel like the week off is nice, but at the same time, it just kind of like deflates the energy a bit. It just kind of kills the momentum unless you're scheduling practice matches, I guess.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have some time to practice, but you're right, the bye weeks can kill momentum, especially if you're on a hot streak. TRRB with some early split-ups rejoins, and now a somewhat split up again. 63 once again withdrawing. They saw the center, and they didn't like it. So both lines are pulling back, picking some nicer ground. And we saw it work for them last time. They were able to kind of choose their battlefield where they could get some good shots. Jeff asks, where are my historical fun facts? In the British lines here, you see there are several units with facial hair. In the British Army at the time, that was not allowed, actually. You had to be clean-shaven, no more than 3 days shave, if you were in the British Army.
Yep, that's true.
That was true of the American Army at the time, too, but on the continent, some facial hair was allowed, especially mustaches. Beards were typically only reserved for sappers in the French Army. It's a tradition that the French Foreign Legion still keeps. The sappers must have a beard.
We're gonna see
Ooh,
a
early
good
pick on Equal from Rave.
Equal down.
Rest in peace. 63 flanking on the right. Once again, sticking to the cover of the wheat field, disguising their movements as best you can. Going for a volley, no hits.
They're going to use it to close that space more. They've got a very good central position right now. I think this wagon might be almost dead center. A little to the right of center, but fairly close.
It's pretty close to center, yeah. TRB forming up for a volley, but thinking better of it.
With some really nice cover there with that wagon, so you can pop out either side of that, try and even shoot around it, over it. Got the barrels as well, which they're actually going to do here.
Well, they do take a shot, just
there.
one.
Questionable movement there, but
the TRB does have excellent control of the center right now. They have essentially a trench works with fortifications, while the 63 is kind of scrambling in the wheat near where the border's closing in. Considering they've already suffered a loss, this might not work out as well as it did last round. But it is still the #1 team so far, so we shouldn't count them out. Clearly they know what they're doing. Another
good
pick
shot
on map
end.
These are some pretty long distance shots. Well done of the TRB for that. Knowing that that line has expended their volley, they are using this opportunity to move up Jacob T's line. Jacob T's line once again moving up on the left. We'll see if the TRB notices. They don't seem to, because they are, well, they do have plenty of good cover there. Both 63E lines are now together. We have Fires' and Jacob T's line behind this tree. They've forced the TRB to move a little bit, and they are doing so, kind of looking for a better defensive position, while their main line stays by the cart under Rave. Once again, get your predictions in chat. Let's hear what the masses think.
TRB are just going to try and hold this middle. They've got a nice space here. The other line's sitting in that wheat field. 63's got to make the move to them. And they know it. They're going to definitely be pushed into that zone eventually. They're going to need to get some movement in.
Yep, totally agree. 3 minutes left. Walls closing. They're kind of in a poor position here, though still plenty of troops left to make the most of it. They are rotating to the other wheat field.
Especially if they can get into that melee, then we'll see. Because they'll definitely try to look to close that space and get the melee approach.
I don't see the TRB moving anytime soon, so let's give the 63E lines a bit of a gander here. Unfortunately, there are no easy lanes here. If they try to move left, they are very much exposed. So the only way forward is frontward, says Jacob T's line.
Oh, and they're gonna go.
Up. They get a pick onto Rufus, but
good
Soft
kills
and
from the
Jay
TRB there.
are lost.
And Jacob's just gonna charge here. How much of an destruction can Jacob cause here? The other line doesn't decide to shoot at him, so he's gonna go into a 1v4 here. How much can he occupy this line and let his other line push up? That's going to be his goal. Not that long, but maybe it was long enough. As we see Fires' line of 4 push up.
That was a good move by the TRB. They fell back behind the hill before engaging in melee, so they couldn't get shot. They're forming up a little close to that cart, honestly, giving the 63 lots of cover position.
Well, we actually see a shot through it.
Wow.
We see shoots through it.
And their other line's moving up for a flank.
Very interesting. They're trying to line up to shoot here. They got to make sure they're not FOLing. Pick off Hex. Poor Hex. The other line's going to rotate around. They're in melee here. Fires the only one left. And Fires is not the only one left.
That was a great comeback round for the TRB. They played that very, very well.
And there was a Slay on Serb and a revive on Hex there as well. For FOL, I'd assume.
And it's 1-1 as we head into the top of the next map.
I mean, what we've seen both times in this map is just a complete wipe of one line, and then they just cleaned it up. So that's not, neither of these rounds have been close. So we'll have to see how this one plays. This one has a lot of hills, some big, some small, but it is like a bumpy road here.
Oh yeah. So here we are now in Jake 2K4 Jungle. This is one of the more interesting maps that we've seen so far. These lava pits you see will actually kill you if you step in them. They're really cool looking. They are apparently insta-death if you step on
confirmation
them.
of that.
That's what I've heard at least.
Didn't get confirmation with that on Friday as I left this mid-round to go eat Chick-fil-A last time on Friday.
I'm gonna continue to believe that they are insta-death if you step on them.
I am also going to agree with that, and we do get confirmation that it was a slay for FOL at the end of last round. And we are playing 11 now.
Okay.
Who the TRRB added?
Who did we gain here?
I want to say it's Hook. I want to say Hook. I don't think Hook was it. Oh no, it's Madbox. Madbox.
Yep, has joined the TRRB.
Yep.
The 63 have tons of people waiting, so we're just probably cycling him in and out. And we are live. This is going to be a tricky map to follow people around in. These are very deep hills and lots of foliage to hide in. The wheat fields you can at least see from above.
The next map's not much better.
Yeah,
not much better next map.
I look forward to seeing that one. 63 are staying together, as they are wont to do, at least off of the initial deployment. Let's check in with a TRRB. They are also pretty close together, but not right on top of each other. And as I say that, they are kind of dividing.
See shots here. Good picks.
Great initial volley from the 63, picking off Rufus and radioactive goat milk. And I'm sure Ekwall's glad to get a shooting kill off this because he was picked off pretty early both rounds.
So we've seen a very aggressive push here from Rave. He's going all the way across the map. He's already way past the halfway mark. Very interesting what they're trying to do here. He's going right up to this line.
He's a little unsupported too, and that line has gotten their reloads, so he's honestly in trouble here.
Oh, not fully. Wooster's line has pushed up now. This is very, very bold from the TRB. Once again, in enemy territory now.
Rave pulls back a little bit to more cover. Where
They've
is the other
both crossed
TRB
the halfway line.
Oh, there they are. They're pretty far away from each other.
Yeah, but they have completely locked the 63 out of this central area. So very, very interesting there.
I would hate to have to attack the 63 position, though. Look at this big, steep hill.
I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to hold it.
Well, they have to make a move.
Here. No kills.
They are down.
It's not good for Rave's line now because they're being pushed now. And they're only 3. They're not going to reload.
Both lines losing their volleys. No kills.
They're gonna. Rave's gonna go for melee here. It looks like.
One pick on there. They're gonna have to charge.
They only get in Rave. When Linz goes down straight away.
Not a great move on that line there. No
I think
losses on the 63
so many early. I don't think they ever should have gone for that volley. I think they should have just held their position and waited for the 63 to make a move.
I agree. And the main TRB line is moving up. They are totally exposed.
I can't wait for these two to stream the finals. Maybe. It's not been decided yet. We get
somehow the 63 whiffed all of their shots and are now reaping the consequences of that. But the other line has them covered, breaking them immediately. Yeah.
They're gonna charge here. What can Hex and Jacob do? We'll have to see as they both go down. That is the answer. I gotta stop talking about people clutching in melee. It's not working out so far.
No, you know the rule. As soon as you say someone's name, they die.
Yep.
That is just.
Now going back to what Ellie was saying, if the 7 Foos potentially are finalists, would you want to be on the cast for that?
Ooh,
I know you didn't want to last time.
And then I ended up
Or are you just gonna
doing
want to
it.
sit and enjoy it?
I probably will want to sit and enjoy it, but we'll see. I mean, I would both like to cast, and I would like to see the 7 Foos in the finals. Last year, I got a little upset because of some things, but
Not just last season. At the start of this season.
did I get upset at the start?
Sorry,
of
I had
this?
to remind you about that, but
What I do at the start of this season?
well, I was saying the 7 Foods losing 5-2 to the 63.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
One
I
of their
didn't
first
cast that one though, so that's it is what it is.
Yep. So we will have to see. Why does the lava go uphill? That's a good question.
Is it going uphill? Let's take a look.
I don't know if he's talking about the volcano or somewhere else. Oh, it is actually weird. Some of the spots it's starting in the middle and then moving to the outer side. Like the
This is
motion
kinda
is
how lava
going
is.
from the center to the outside.
Yeah, well, so as lava cools, it moves slower, and towards the sides, it is cooling. So it kind of gets stationary there.
I don't know if you're actually doing like proper science or you're just trying to make up some excuse, but I believe you either way.
Well, I mean, cold lava is a rock, and rocks don't flow like water like lava does.
Main hill, it's going downhill, so that's all that really matters.
It's going downhill, yeah. I've heard on low settings, it looks like the lava's going uphill.
Me when I'm sleeping.
I don't know what settings I'm running right now. I think I'm on high. I'm on medium.
And we're live again on round 4. Ooh, I need to update the score. Oops.
Slacking.
Might as well just end the stream right now.
Yep.
63 once again sticking together, as are the TRRB. Hopefully they stay together this time. The last round did not work out with the overly aggressive play.
Like I said, I think if they didn't get those early 2 picks against them, I think it would have gone a bit better. But at that point, they had to go for a volley. I don't think they wanted to, and they knew they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I don't think they had much of a choice being down 2. But
yeah,
I think they could have tried to play the long game.
Yeah, I understand wanting to go for the aggressive play to try to make something of it. However, it was not necessarily the most well thought out plan there. They kind of get caught with their pants down.
Yep. I still want someone to jump in the lava pool to see what happens.
Yeah, test it out.
I would, trust me, I would. If I was allowed to just spawn in and go jump in the lava, I would.
It looks
But
pretty
I don't
inviting.
think the moderators would be happy with me. It does look really inviting.
Looks like a sauna.
But I don't think I'd be allowed back here if I did that.
Go out in a blaze of glory.
Quite literally. See what you did there.
Right, you
Comedy,
are, Casey.
ladies and gentlemen, comedy. Puns, the pinnacle of comedy. It doesn't get any better. And from right there, we learned about another piece of comedy. Sarcasm.
Exactly. Who says you don't learn anything on Twitch streams? TRB are sneaking up behind a low berm, using some ferns as cover, receiving a volley from the 63 from a long distance away, but receiving no damage from it. They're not taking advantage of it, though. The other line is still slowly moving up to come in line.
Delivery did not get to its arrival position, area, whatever.
63 is still very far away. This feels like it's a really big map for some reason. I know they're all the same size, but
It's much. I don't think they are.
Are they
like,
not?
The last one is. I don't think so. Like,
I
it
just
seems
assume
much
they're all the
bigger.
same size.
It seems much bigger. I don't know if it's because the hills go all the way around the outside of the map and it's not just more flat, but
We're gonna have to wait a
I
minute
don't
for
know,
Hamet to weigh in the chat.
it seems a lot bigger as we see more shots there.
Yeah, another volley from the TRRB, but no result. They're still way far away. TRB have a slightly better claim to the center of the map. Their one line is pretty much dead center. Well, not even actually. It's hard to tell how big the map is. But they have a better claim to it. 63 once again playing to the edges. Lots of maneuvering in the ferns here. '63 obviously favored to win and doing well so far, but it is still very much anyone's game.
We've only seen a couple volleys fired so far, no hits, so all still to play for.
Casey, do you have any predictions for upsets going into the finals? Anyone you think might get eliminated early that we are not expecting?
I don't know. It's really hard to tell with this season because you have what I'd call the big three right now among the 7 Foos, 63E, and 45E.
Sure.
So I think if you see one of those go out early, it'll be a massive upset on those parts. Anyone else, I wouldn't really call an upset, considering those are the top 3. I'm not sure who's 4th right now. It might be the TRRB if they can pull off a
Let me
win.
check the rankings.
Or I'll check the rankings.
Right now, 4th is the 2BIR.
4th is 2B. See, but once again, if they lose,
More distance volleys, 63 moving up slightly. No damage. It would be funny to see the 63 lose to the 26th, but no offense to the 26th, I don't think that's likely.
he just sat in a rage and just dislike after last year's final in this season.
Yeah, once we get to the 7th seed and higher, I really think, it is pretty much a steady increase with no like regiments still playing that are, very low performers. Oh, we have some initial damage here. Mapban and Fires both getting kills on the TRB. Enderpuff and Rufus are down.
That counter line from the 63E. So Jacob's line moving and Fires is in good position to counter volley that line, and it paid off. Lovely taking out Rufus and Enderpuff.
Finally getting some action here.
Puts the TRB in not a good spot, as we like to call it.
They do still own the center of the map, so physically they're in a good spot, but score-wise, not so much. Here we go, some engagements. TRB thinking better of it, waiting for the right opportunity. They're the line taking
have the
some
better
shots,
position
missing.
if they can hold it. That 63 line is not going to be able to stay there forever, I don't think.
And we enter the waiting phase again.
Actually, I don't think either line are going to be able to stay there for much longer.
Oops,
Including that
63
TRB
moving
line
up.
that's reloading. Fires is going to focus on the other line. They're both
They are
going to
get
double
pinched
volley.
here. Getting some kills. Oh, breaking the line. They have to go into charge.
You can see them line on this other line.
Oh, and
Good
they don't see the
picks
melee
there.
coming in. Oh, like piranhas. Swarming in and eliminating the
We got
TRB
claims,
lines.
yo, can he do that? I'm not really sure what he's referring to there.
I didn't see any rule breaks.
The only thing that I thought was questionable was maybe an FOL when the 3-man line went up, but it seemed to be clean. So I wonder if we'll get an IRR here. I hope not, but it is possible.
Waiter. IRR, please.
No, please. I would say, actually, you know what? With that, when are we getting the NWL merch or any competitive merch? Right? There's so many good options. Waiter, another IRR. Replay the round. There was something last week. You can make a joke about passive players on a shirt.
Even just the big, would you wear a sweatshirt with like the big logo in the center?
No, that's boring. You gotta get something like
True.
creative.
All right, here we go.
I have a
Our
better
fun
one with the logo.
mushroom map.
A picture of Va getting kicked into the zone. Just plastered on a hoodie.
That's a classic. You heard
That
it
would
here
be a
first,
classic.
folks. Va claims the match is rigged blatantly in the 63E's favor. That's coming from the 63E, so you can take that as gospel. We are entering the night map. I don't know that there's been a night map in the NWLs previously. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is a fun one. Lots of bioluminescent mushrooms creating some very interesting gameplay. Not providing a lot of side-to-side
Well, we're
cover,
getting a
but...
self-review.
Oh, okay.
So the TRR didn't go, or I said TRR. TRRB did not go for an IRR, but there is going to be a self-review here.
Yeah,
so very
the
interesting.
Admins are always able to initiate their own review if they believe there was a rule break that they missed during the match. Does not cost either team an IRR challenge if there's not something found, but it could result in a round void.
Yep. I think it would be a replay at this stage. I think it would be a replay right now.
Okay. You want to get on the
But once
ground
again,
and do
we
some
see-
field reporting?
We can, yeah.
Hop
If
on
you
in
just
there.
want to, I was going to say, yeah, I'll get down there. You just keep the camera
I'll stay in
on
the
me.
sky. Chopper in the sky.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, you mentioned that it doesn't count as an IRR, and that's very good, because this could work out in the TR's favor. Let's see.
Let's see what we're just
Yep.
wanted.
Hold on. Where's...
Maybe find somewhere. Alright, I'm with you.
Sure.
Jacob, how do you think this is going so far? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. I'm sorry. My mouse.
I see. You're attacking your interviewee.
I'm sorry. My left
Oh,
mouse
man.
button is bad. Let me talk. X. Can I get a few words
Hello.
from you, X? X. How do you think
Things are going
so
okay,
far?
I guess.
Anything else to say? I didn't come prepared, as you can tell.
It would be nice if the other line didn't die and leave us alone. That would be nice.
That would be nice. I do agree. Now, what are your thoughts on the self-review? Do you know what the hell is going on?
No idea. Apparently, Rave asked if they could do something, and no one knows. Okay, yeah.
Oh, there you go. What are your
Good. I don't want to play that.
No
map
rule
again.
break.
Screw that
Round
map.
stands. Thank goodness.
As
I
we
would
see
like to go to
there,
bed sometime
we
before
see
work
their
starts
official
tomorrow.
statement from Madbox. The map sucks. He said it not.
It looks like a mini golf dinosaur map.
Not a lot of fans of the map, unfortunately.
Back to you.
With
Why
the
is there
mushroom
so
map.
much lava pools and all the good?
I need a quick. Jay,
good pets.
Jay, I need an interview
This
so
does
I'm not
remind
biased.
me of
Jay,
like
how do
golf
you
with
think
your
the match is
friends
going for you
maps.
so far?
Silence him.
Oh no,
No, I'm trying to
winning.
record.
Silence
I'm
him.
trying-
Silence him. Silence him. He has been silenced.
I expect us to get back
And
into
there we go.
gameplay mode in time.
The media has been silenced.
This is
There's no time
suppression
for
of
me
the
to
free
do this.
press.
Yep. You saw it right there, ladies and gentlemen. I have been oppressed in this society.
We truly live
Down
in a
with-
society.
Down with the NWL moderators. They're all corrupt. Except Emmett, he's cool. He's okay. He can,
Amit's
he can-
pretty
he can
cool. I
stay
do
in
like
power.
Amit.
I know. Am I the only one who calls him Emmett?
No, a lot of people pronounce it wrong.
Okay, because everyone else I've been with says Amit. And then I asked him earlier in the week.
Oh my God, the
Jesus, no, I don't
flashbang.
like this.
Goodness gracious me.
No, this is not a daytime map.
No. Where's my Felucia?
You can't.
Where's
it's
Ayla
so
Secura
bright.
and her Sky Corps? Fighting the Acklays.
Commander Bly. Commander Bly, my boy.
Oh, we're back to darkness.
Except the light from my throat.
The light. Now this is more like it. I do like the bioluminescence. I think it's a fun map. I haven't led lines in some time. I've never led an NWL, so I don't know how much of a horrible pain it might be to actually lead on this map. I think it looks cool though.
It's not too bad. Apparently, Doofus has also crashed. It's not too bad because the mushrooms, apart from some, are fairly high up, so it's not obstructing too much.
It's true. Although that might be bad, they might wish there were more cover because aside from the mushrooms and these little pillars, there's really
hills are
only the
very
hills.
Small, yeah.
The hills are pretty shallow, yeah, and there's no like soft cover that you can use like there were in the previous maps.
Yep.
Oh, there are these weird little small mushrooms. They're pretty cool. I heard these are purchased assets. They cost $8. I think it's $8
yep.
well spent.
I I'd beg to differ. We could have spent $8 on, you know, a merch shop potentially to get
The
that
merch
set
shops
up.
are free. You can do that at any time. You could start one right now. Go on Redbubble or Zazzle.
That's
Seven
true, but I
Foos
don't
has
know
a
if I'm
re-
gonna
has
get
a,
sued by VA.
I think you're fine. At Seven Foos is a merch shop. You can go on there right now and buy a Gamer Jev hoodie or my
I'd be
face on
okay with a
beer
sign.
glass.
I'd be very okay with a signed Jeb hoodie.
Yeah, you should get one. Or you can get, like I said, you can get my face on a beer glass. You can get a little shot glass that says "Be brave." Ooh,
Jev,
early pick
oh
on Ethan.
my God! Hurry, shit!
Other volley,
say,
less
Jev,
fruitful, but wow.
Jeb, if you're still here, if I got a 7 Foods hoodie, would you sign it?
I think he should.
Actually, no, because he's just gonna write too spacey on it.
I gotta admit, were interviewing Spacey recently. I could tell you apart, but it was confusing at times.
Really not. I don't see it.
No, I hear it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean you never sound the same to yourself. Like I
Well,
said, I could tell you apart though.
Sometimes.
All right, both teams settling in. This time the TRRB are actually up going into this, so they have all the right in the world to chill and let the 63 come to them.
Milkman has entered the chat.
Hello,
He's here
Milkman.
now. What's Gamer Jev? Gamer Jev.
Milkman, did A team or B team win?
What?
We had our competitive internal fight today.
Huh?
The Seven Foos is
Now we
divided
wait a
amongst
minute.
itself.
This is what happens when you bring back 1K.
So true. I'm all for the return of 1K as a former 1K officer.
Damn. You know, personally, I'm still a fan of 3K. That's what I ran with whenever I used to merc with you guys. I was
Yes.
a 3Ker.
Meow Company.
I don't know if I went that far into 3K, but
63
I was
is
there.
advancing. TRB is in cover. But it was a good move by the 63 to claim some more middle space. They are very close. They are in spitting distance, as they say.
bidding distance. Jesus.
If I were the 63, I would spit on the TRB.
Hey, yo.
I mean, if I were the TRB, I'd spit on the 63 too.
clip it, clip it, clip it, clip it, clip it.
Aries says it was 15-0. A
Damn,
team
B-team
wins.
sucks.
I mean, that's why they're A team. I don't really know what I expected, but
Yeah, it
Makes
seems a bit
sense.
weird to play your better player. It's just like, what the B
It's
team
just like
think about that?
I don't know, an ego boost.
Hey, we're here to get our asses kicked. You know who is on the B team though? Probably Charles.
AGS Charles.
Or is he been put up to A team finally?
Oh, I don't know. I think he would shut down Holdfast if he was put on the B team.
He was B team last year when he first joined.
Oh, so
He was
true.
B team. For Melee at least.
63 is very stationary. TRB is very jittery. They're not really moving
you
anywhere,
can-
but they sure are moving a lot.
Oh, we are also playing, just now noticing, a 10v11. So we are still even
yeah.
on kill.
How'd that happen?
I guess Doofus never got back in and they never
They didn't.
re-rotated.
Oh.
They didn't call the before live. Uh-oh.
Okay,
That
so
TRB line is not aware of the 63's position in here. To the east.
it is even right now, but the TRB does have the kill advantage.
I don't think Rave knows what this line is, where Jacob's line is. This
Or is he
not
just
good.
tricking them?
I don't know what benefit tricking them is right now.
That's a good point.
I think he's just noticed them now. They've tried to peek up a little bit. He has spotted them now.
Insert Metal Gear Solid exclamation sound.
They're gonna shoot here. Get
Ooh,
one kill.
bad. Pick up, give up. And just like that,
It was
we
a
are even.
trade, but we are not fully even. We are still 8v9.
Once again, a small three-person line from the TRRB is charging the 63E, putting themselves in an interesting position.
Interesting that while they're close enough, they could swap ranks over. Be interested to see if they do that. Oh, we did
63
just get
taking an
confirmation.
easy volley from
Charles
far
Gucci.
away, knowing they're safe.
They're gonna double push this one line though. The other line is reloaded, and so if they're gonna push it, now's the time.
It is a
They
smart
gotta hurry
move.
up
They
before
have to
that
make the
line gets
most
to
of it.
reload.
They gotta
Well,
make it
the line
now.
does have their reloads. They
They're
gotta do
losing
it
their
now.
opportunity. And they did not take advantage of it. They could still make something. Ooh. That was not good.
Oh, and there, ooh, interesting if Fenderpuff was part of that line or not, because that would be considered a Rambo then. Or FIC or whatever you want to call it. And that was another 63 round as they
Another
mow down their own
63
men.
round. Yeah.
That's match as well.
That is match. Yeah. 63 have officially won this latest round.
So the 63 claim first seed. 7 Foos will claim second seed and 45E third seed.
And then what? I guess
That
if they
gives
play
us-
the rest of these rounds, it affects the rankings elsewhere?
I don't. Maybe for the TRRB, but I don't think so.
So they'll probably want to play the rest of these out.
I don't think there's gonna have much effect. Rounds. I can have a look.
Well, I'll say it now. Congratulations to the 63. They are going in as first seed up gets to 26th, expecting a very pleasant walk into the bracket. Who they face after that will be up to you guys to watch and find out.
It looks like we will be having still. Actually, this might be the K rate down to. Oh, things have been updated since. If I'm looking at the stats.
It's
stats
probably
are different.
updating it every round. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gesundheit.
But yeah, potentially, if things were the same, we're looking at 63E versus 26, KRA versus 7 Foos, 45E versus TRR, and then 2B versus TRRB. All very good matchups, to be fair.
I look forward to the progression, especially as they grow in stakes. The group stage ones are fun, obviously. Each team can try to do their best and prove themselves, but nothing like the thrill of an elimination round as we enter the bracket.
True.
I think you see each team try a lot harder. Obviously, that results sometimes in more sitting around and waiting. But there's also some bold plays and people, when it comes down to the last melee, really giving it their all. Early volley with some close shots, no hits.
Yeah, they're fully across the midway point of the map again,
Yep.
or at least this first line is.
Hender's
Running
lighting
with
the
a
way.
lantern as well. I don't know why you'd want to do that right now. It kind of just gives you away a bit more.
It does. Maybe they're a distraction.
But-
Or like a lightning bug trying to attract a mate.
I don't know who in the 63 you might want to mate with, but I mean, if you want to swing that way, feel free.
Early
Maybe
pick
give
on
up.
gave up.
I'm like, maybe give up might as he gets domed in the head, but you know what? Oh, Rave's gonna go for melee here, it looks like. This far out, they haven't done their reloads. Unless they're just trying to bait shots
He's
first.
forming up, getting some great kills, but also suffering some.
Oh, and this Rave's line is gonna get mowed down here potentially. By Jacob's line. One.
Charging in the back.
They
Ooh,
all
good
don't
pick
shoot,
there.
it looks like. Still looking like we're even
Doing
right now. You
decent in
never
this.
know.
Yeah.
The 7 foot, or not 7 foot, why did I say 7 foot? TRB line can get their reloads. They are up now. Oh, and they got over the hill. That is not what you wanted from the
Now the TRRB
TRRB.
does have their reloads, right?
That is true.
They're going
Question
right
is,
into
can they get the
melee.
shots off quick?
No,
They
don't do it.
don't.
That was a good move
Oh,
by the
they didn't
63.
get it.
I'm gonna
So
say that's
unless they
probably the
can
round
turn,
for him.
that's gonna be around, yeah. I'd be shocked.
Yeah. Good moves by the 63. I really like what they did there, getting behind the hill and staying close instead of just trying to run away, because they knew that TRRB would be trying to chase him and get those quick kills, and they could just swap right into melee.
I think they got caught in two minds on that last play at TRRB. I think if they could have been a little quicker, got those shots off potentially. If I had to guess, they were worried about going up and then just getting straight stabbed after their shots. And potentially an FIC in the mix. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, they broke off that line a bit late, and one of them got picked off, forcing them into melee. But we are here in the final map, which I actually really like the look of. I don't know why.
I think it's fun that like the outer ridge is all like frozen.
Yep.
That's pretty cool actually.
It's equivalent of a snow oasis. Maybe that's not the right word, and there's probably an actual word for it, but I don't really know.
I think even the rounds the TRB have lost, they have had some promise. They were definitely not gimmies for the 63. That said, there were a lot of collapses that definitely resulted from some poor moves there.
Interesting things. They're calling for a group fight.
I see that. That'd be kind of fun. There's only one round left, so why not?
It's very interesting. 60 are willing to shoot in the air. 60 are serious, getting ready for RGO. I don't know why the TRB would want it. They're actually lining up here. Wow. I can't lie. It would be very unsportsmanlike, but at the same time, it would be very funny if the TRB agreed to it and then proceeded to mow them down in a volley.
Yeah. That would be funny.
Okay, our line will group for a bit of other, like playing the game.
So what, they're gonna have half a group fight and half a regular
So
RGL line battle?
Rufus.
I don't
See
know how
if this
that would
crashed
really
again.
work, but well, it's too late. Auto live has been called.
Yep.
They
63
cannot ask
logic.
for a rotate.
So what are they gonna do here? Is it gonna be a regular
They're-
round or what?
They're just going. Oh, and there goes
They dropped
Mappin.
one. That
Not
was
even
nice of them
a
sporting.
single bit of hesitation in that.
Yeah. Oh, 10-10? Alright, let's go.
Not a single bit of hesitation. He just stabbed
RIP Mappin.
Mappin in like half a second. And the 63 still did not shoot. I don't know where they plan to group fight on this map, especially in the middle area where there's a lot more trees. Rave's line is going up. They are gonna seem like they're gonna respect it. Only a line of 4 though, which is interesting. As their other line goes for shots.
Oh, they're just going
No.
shooting. Oh,
No.
brutal.
I did not agree to this, bro.
They did not
this is so
agree.
lame.
63 came here to win, not to melee.
They're calling an IRR. I mean, to be fair, it could have been potential FOL.
Yeah, it was a little odd. Well, that definitely puts the TRB at a disadvantage.
I mean,
Not
that's
that much of
just
one though, because
fucked
honestly,
for the
they got
63.
some kills in that melee.
They got
We're good
One,
for the
two.
melee if you guys are. We're not
Oh,
good.
they did get 2. Mappin just dropped.
We are actually good for the melee.
TRB had someone leave the server as well already after that.
63 is saying, actually, we want a melee now. Come on out. I wonder if
I
the
don't
TRB is
blame
going to
them.
fall for that one again. Gave up his upset that his team did not respect the melee.
Well, now we're getting killer A logic in the chat for some reason. I don't know what the hell they're referring to now, but
Both teams are just in one big line on each side. And we might be here a while again. I
did
really
not
hope the
expect
TRB
that.
wins this one, both so that my prediction is correct, and also to avenge the betrayal by the 63E of not respecting
I-
the melee. Up there with the red wedding, I think. What do
I
you
did
think?
not expect that from them. I was honestly expecting maybe a TRRB plan to do that. They'll run up and shoot. Just because the 60 are the ones who offered. They're going to break into 2 here, which
Yeah.
I don't actually know if that's allowed.
Yeah, why
I
not?
could have sworn once you're in one, then
No,
you're
you,
in
no, you
one.
can break off. That was a bit messy, but we'll see
I
what
could be
happens
wrong.
here.
I might be thinking of something else.
And easy
Oh,
sweep.
I think
for
I'm
the
thinking of the Cav League
63.
rules.
Well, my prediction is wrong. I'm very upset about that. But that's it. That's game. It is 6-1. Final score. 63 takes it, and with it, the first seed heading into the bracket.
FOL, but no effect on round. So there was an FOL, but it would
Yeah.
not have impacted the round in any way, which would basically make any replay void. Or IR void.
All right.
Will be interesting to see if the TRB lines up after that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just a touch of bad blood going into there. I hope not, but we'll see.
Some of them are. We do still have 4.
I hate this regiment. I hate this regiment. I hate this regiment. This
Maybe
regiment's
give up
lame.
transfer to the TRB after next season.
Start digging in, yo, but made it late. GG, 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 GG,
All right.
GG,
Very interesting there.
GG.
Let's get some
Oh,
folks in here
Rave.
for
Oh,
interviews.
Rave is already there. I'll drop him in.
Look, you guys are
He's
like
got
Greedo,
Rave.
We are Han Solo. Okay.
For Rave and Jacob T.
That was a war crime.
Well, Rave's already here. I've got Raven.
Hello, Rave.
So,
How are you this late NWL evening?
good.
Sorry that the round did not go your way. What are your initial thoughts coming out of that?
We lost. It is true.
It is unfortunately true.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Check the tapes.
There were some moments there where we lost.
There were some losses.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot to say on our side, really.
I think you guys had some very good rounds. The round you won, it was a really good comeback round, and you proved that you have what it takes to take on the 63 and do so intelligently with very good coordination. It just wasn't always there on the subsequent rounds. How was the communication between lines during the match?
Definitely not as good as our communication during the KRA one, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Do you think there was a reason for that, or just kind of not your night?
Well, we didn't have Chomafs, which I usually the chain of command here is I let Chomafs lead the line, and then I verbalize his ideas to the other leader.
Okay, a little bit of Berthier to Napoleon within your group there, kind of
Yes, yes.
translating it. And I noticed we were also missing a few other from the TRRB. I think that was one of the reasons we kept pushing back the start date. Is that right?
Yeah, we had quite a few people leaving, or not leaving, but we just didn't have people.
Yeah,
I think you
that's
gotta demote
unfortunate.
Chrome. Having an actual job is despicable.
SMH.
That's true.
Get him out.
So a bit of
So
a
I have to ask.
Go ahead.
No, my question's not serious. Go ahead.
No problem. So yeah, a bit of a downer note heading into the bracket, the finals, but there is still, of course, plenty of chance to rebound going into that. What are you going to change going into the finals?
Chomafs will be there.
Okay, that's a good change. I like
Spro's
that.
still at work.
Yeah.
That's true. We do also have the lovely 63 with us as well. Well, I don't know
Yes.
if I could say lovely anymore after that
The
last round. We
betrayal,
got Jacob, give
What
us
is the
the
narrative?
neck roll.
Wait, catch me up, catch me up.
They shot us first.
Like, You ever
You're
seen
saying
Star
you shot
Wars?
first. I'm saying it was a
Whoa, whoa,
betrayal
you
equivalent to the
shot-
Red Wedding.
You shot the peaceful protesters and
You
didn't
ever
shoot
hear about-
the evil people in the back.
you ever hear about Han Solo and Greedo?
All right, we have
Like,
been
George-
inundated with 63E folks here. We have Ekwal, Give Up, and Jacob T here. Congratulations to you guys securing the #1 seed heading into the finals. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you guys the same question. Are you guys going to change anything going into the finals? You're first up against the 26th, who you have beaten before. Are you sticking with the tried and true, or are you going to change something up?
I just told everybody this. I'll just say paraphrase what I just said, but you know, whoever we're going against, you know, especially if, you know, it's an elim match. One of the two teams that faces is going to get eliminated. We don't want to be that team. Don't get complacent. It doesn't matter if it's the first seed or the 8th seed or whatever. When you're doing anything competitive, it's not just the opponent, it's how much can you challenge yourself to execute as perfectly as possible, right? That's like 101 championship 101 thing. If you like, I like college football a lot, and a lot of those coaches really like preach, right? We perform, we execute, everything is execution. It's not just like we're better than this team or we're better than this team. It's like we're gonna perform on a level that's to our standard that we know works, to be ready for any team. So if we're gonna change anything, not really mindset wise, we're gonna look back on the VOD, find out situations that could have been done better, and kind of keep those in mind, and not trying to. I've been working on not hitting the panic button, kind of late round, and throwing my guys over a hill for no reason, when I don't need to. So that's maybe the one thing I want to change, is have a more better picture on when I need to do that and when I don't need to do that and sell.
All right. No, that makes sense. I think that's a good mindset heading into it. Unfortunately, we lost our TRRB member. I was going to ask him a question, but I'll ask you as well. What's something that you guys think you did really well that you definitely want to keep doing as you go into finals?
Communication between the lines.
Yeah, always important, and you can absolutely tell when a line is suffering from a lack of communication, when one line gets strung out and has no support. So definitely important to bear in mind. How do you feel about your seed position? Obviously, you're number one, so you're probably pretty happy about it. What do you think about the positions of those you're facing and your path to victory?
I haven't looked at the bracket if it's
Just got
finalized
put
yet.
Red Rex. It just got put in.
I guess we'll get my
We'll
reaction.
play. I'll tell you. We'll play winner of TRRB.
Who do you hope to face?
I hope to face.
Assuming you beat the 22nd.
Yeah.
I don't know. Both of those teams are good at different things. I would say TR is very well-rounded. I think in like melee and short-range situations, KRA is very much, from what I've seen and historically, a good positional regiment that gets good shots early round, which can be really big, especially with lower numbers. As you guys saw in like the second round today, we got down too early, and we couldn't get it back, and we had to kind of force, because like we weren't in a good position to like just sit somewhere in the middle to make it back. You know, the picks made it so that we had to run into a brick wall basically.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that round the TRRB did very, very well. You guys seemed to recover pretty well though after that. Which opponent are you most scared of the prospect of facing? Obviously, you guys aren't scared of anybody. Get that out of the way now. But
I think
who's somebody you're going to study
the
extra hard for?
45E has been the spoiler of a season or two.
Yeah, for sure.
In recent history at least. I guess the TRR further back than that, right? 45E, 7 Foos are both really solid. I think 7 Foos is back in form, or more in form rather, than I think that those group stage matches really shaped them up. I think they dominated pretty heavily yesterday, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think you remembered which regiment I'm in, so you changed your answer there, so I appreciate that.
No, that's genuine. They won the RGL last year.
That's true. Echo and Give Up, same answer, different?
Same answer. Jacob. It's probably exactly what I was gonna say. So.
I gotta look at the. I don't know all the regiments. Let me look at the list right here.
I mean, it's very
scary.
interesting right now because we've seen this season that each of those three, I think I call them the three strongest between the 63, 7 Foos, and 45E. They all got a win against each other. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the rematches, if there are any, and what happens there.
That's true. That is pretty funny. So 45E beats 63, 63 beats 7 foos. 7 foos beats 45E. There's really nothing to be
Rock,
learned there.
paper, scissors,
Yeah,
bro.
we're very
Three-way
fortunate
rock, paper,
to
scissors.
we're very fortunate to have the 2B tie the 45E.
Yeah.
Well,
My
I
understanding is
think
if that wasn't the case, we might not have gotten the first seed.
no, we would have because we had the most rounds won. Still,
Okay. Well, they have the tiebreaker head to head.
I was gonna say they also would have had
45E
a,
only has
What
one
is-
loss.
what is the
They-
first? Well, we also won. What's the tiebreaker? Is it?
We have more match wins in the 45E.
Yeah, but if it wasn't to a tie, is it? Oh, it is tied.
they could have been first. They
You're
could have
right.
been first
Heading or
because
head,
this week they
Yeah, you're
technically
right.
got a 7-0 win. This week.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the tiebreaker is
True.
head-to-head first, and then rounds one. So.
I
you're
also-
right, Jacob.
In retrospect, I want to make a comment on this. I'm actually very happy that we had to play like a worthy opponent that, didn't forfeit the match. Like we had a match.
Oh, hell,
It
man.
happened. And no offense, because I know 1RR and I know 44th, like it's hard to get people sometimes. But like, you know what I mean? Like the 45E didn't play this week. The TRR didn't play this week. So we are coming off of I think a pretty good executed victory overall. And I think my guys are going to be fresher than them, unless they do a practice match or something. But it's not quite the same.
Yeah,
No,
we
it's a
did
good
say that
point.
early on in one of the earlier rounds about this time not having a week off after the
Mhm.
group stage, and will that make teams like a lot sharper? Than having that week off would it be more beneficial? So we'll have to see if that works. Once again, you said they could get some practice matches in, but I think they'll be looking to go straight in and just get some more trainings on their end in.
I did have one more thing to say. Yeah, I really thank the TRB for being flexible with the scheduling to find a time that worked for us. Obviously, it's a little bit later. Thank you guys for staying up to cast.
course.
I think TRB's got a good shot. I think they can beat the 7 Foos. I mean, I would favor the 7 Foos in the matchup, but they have all the pieces. And then the TRB after that, what would it be? It would be the 45 or the 2B. I really always like the TRB's been going for like many years. Like they're a really old community, a really respected gaming community for years. It's kind of, I don't know. My outlook is they haven't like got over that hump. I feel the same way about the 2B, but I think they have all the places and they're really doing well overall as a competitive community. And it's been good to see them in a position to compete, especially recently. So I wanted to thank them for a good match, and thank them for a well played league so far.
Yeah, I think all the regiments have done very well this league and given it their all as they do every year, but especially this year, it's been a lot of really good matchups. I have one last question for you guys. Any upset predictions? Who do you think is supposed to win that might not in their first match heading into the final bracket?
What do you guys think?
All the matches. I mean, if all about predictions, all
45E
matches?
beats 2B.
I
It
think
might be
7 Foos beats
TRR,
your-
but they have to
No.
like shoot them all, which I don't think that's gonna happen. Honestly, don't think there's gonna be any upsets. Not gonna lie, unless 2B somehow gets one over 45E. I think 45E leadership is just way better than 2B's to fumble that much. You know. What I mean?
I'd agree with you if there's gonna be. Well, actually, I'm not agreeing with you. I'm actually gonna disagree.
Oh, type shit.
If there's an upset anywhere, I think it could be the 45E versus 2B, because they went toe to toe last time. And on paper, it ended up being a draw 3-3.
I think that's gonna be the closest match out of all of them. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, all I'll
I
say is
didn't-
you guys better not lose to the 26th.
Well, that's kind of a weird pressure, right? Is like everybody, the 26 I have tremendous respect for because they are not like a melee regiment. They have some good meleeers, don't get me wrong. But they consistently sign up and show up,
They
and I
do.
really appreciate them. And they played well in our matches. Like, if you had the line play, the leadership of the 26 with the melee of some of these other regiments, the 26 would win more rounds, in my opinion. And that's not a diss at all. That's a compliment to. They know what they have, and they kind of have to outfox people. So, what I'm really making sure my guys don't fall into is complacency going into the match. I don't want to say like, I'm telling my guys that we shouldn't lose a round or anything like that. But I'm saying, hey, you should not get complacent. You should not. We have an opponent still. They can and will eliminate you if given the opportunity.
That's true.
So make sure you focus on your own jobs.
All right. Very wise words there. This is heading into next week, the final bracket. Casey, any questions before we close this out?
Got 'em all in.
All right.
Excited to see what happens next week.
All right. Well, thank you to our guests from the 63E. Once again, congratulations on first seed and your victory tonight. Thank you, all of us, for watching as we stay up late to close out the group stage. Next week, we'll be back with more HF NWL headed into the final elimination bracket. Have a good night.
Thank you guys for casting. Good night.